This is Season 1, Episode 13, The Legend of the Digidestined. Special thanks, as always, to Digimon.fandom.com for helping us curate the information in this very episode. And, of course, special shout out to Matt ZR, the Oracle, for helping us with the dub to sub changes.
Upgrades.
You are awesome. This is the 13th episode of Digimon overall. The original air date in Japan was on May 30th, 1999, and on Fox Kids, October 1st, 1999, so we're officially in a second month for Digimon on Fox Kids. The synopsis is as follows. As the kids are reunited on Infinity Mountain, Devimon decides he's had enough and proceeds to take care of them himself. Oh, Devimon! Wait!
You will never get anything done.
TK, I'll come back if you want me. If you want me to. This is Season 1, Episode 13, The Legend of the Digidestined. Maggie, what did we think about this episode?
Well, it's an awesome episode because we finally get Patamon to Digivolve.
Patamon Digivolve too! Angemon! Hand of Fate! Hi!
Hi!
He didn't even say Hand of Fate.
No, he didn't.
You know?
He just went, ha!
Yeah, he was like, oh, we'll stop you! And then, like, you know, just fucking fisted him.
TK!
He fist Devimon. You know, he just shoved that fist right at him. You know, and just fisted him.
TK, why can't I Digivolve?
He took his rod in his hand and then fisted him.
God, Matt, shut
right
up.
In the ass. Maggie, what'd you think about this
everybody,
episode?
I'm done for the night. Good night. See you later. I'm retired. Bye.
Well, Maggie, what did you think of this episode?
Well, like I said, it's awesome. I'm sorry.
Everything
Felt
okay?
Something weird amongst here.
That's okay. A little bit
I'm
too
sorry.
much information.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
Well, I'm sorry. Anyways,
Maggie,
Patamon.
what did
finally...
you think about this episode?
Anyways, Patamon finally digivolved. Hallelujah.
Yes,
Praise
he did.
the Lord, he did.
Finally
did. We get everybody back together.
and what they all of them the island came back together.
Yeah, the island came back together. Everybody came back together.
You know, it was as if they were destined to be together digitally as some sort of team. If only there was a name for it. I can't think of it. No, that can't be it. No.
Destiny. Density.
No. Ah, that's it.
Density.
The
Density dingy.
Okay. Anyway, obviously this is a great episode. As you know, if you've been watching our podcast, I grew up with Digimon, so I have been enjoying it for the 25 years it's been out. So I remember the first time I watched this episode, just how exciting it was to finally get Patamon. I mean, they've been showing Angemon in the opening credits for 13 episodes.
You're like,
you know?
where the flip is this guy at?
I mean, the fact that we didn't get Patamon in episode 7, you know, like, or I guess it would have been episode 8 because there was like the first episode then. But like, you know, like everybody Digivolve.
Yeah.
You know, and then they were like, oh, it's Patamon's turn. Gotcha. Actually, everybody's going to be separated. And then we get the Patamon centric episode. He still doesn't fucking Digivolve.
No.
You know, he barrel rolls Elecmon and gets the hell out of there, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And he also learns that he's inheriting the Digi-Egg place. Yeah. So.
Elecmon, I don't want to do that.
You're not my dad.
Patamon, my boy, let me tell you. But no, it was obviously getting that bit of a prelude. I feel like last week's episode and this week's episode kind of works hand in hand.
Yes.
I mean, we end with Leomon getting ready to attack Patamon. And then, you know, of course, they show up. I'm blanking on who first shows up. I guess it's Matt.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, Howling Blaster!
Yeah.
Yeah.
TK!
Yeah. Which is a fantastic moment.
Yeah.
Like, this eepisode, from the moment it starts, is just like, all right, we're here, we're fucking doing this.
We're doing this.
We're not wasting any time here. We're going at
We're taking down the devil.
We're gonna fist Devimon to death.
Stop it.
What? Patamon's gonna blow him.
Punch him.
He's gonna boom bubble him, and then he's gonna digivolve into Angemon so he can have his rod in his hand and fist him until he's dead. What? That's what he did. I want anybody watching.
Matt CR.
If that's not what happened,
Matt CR.
you let me know, because I believe it.
Matt CR.
But Maggie, you know what else
Help
I
me.
believe?
What?
I also believe that this episode is brought to you in part by a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Have you ever wanted access to a world of entertainment, speed, deliveries, and exclusive deals? Well, with Amazon Prime, you can get all that and more. Stream thousands of movies and TV shows, including classics like Pokemon Gold and Silver, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Movie, and Digimon Adventure Tri. You can listen to ad-free music and enjoy unlimited reading. Plus, with Prime's fast and free shipping, you'll never have to wait long for your orders. Ready to experience the best of Amazon? Well, use the link in the description of this very episode for a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime today. Discover all the benefits and see how it can make your life easier and more enjoyable. You won't want to miss out on this hopefully awesome opportunity. And trying, of course, Black Friday.
Yeah.
Amazon's Black Friday starts day after tomorrow and runs through the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my brother that works for Amazon.
Yeah.
He said that this is Amazon's thing now
Bread
from
and
here
butter.
on out. They're just gonna do deals multiple times.
Jeez. But like,
There's
it's
gonna be-
10
it's gonna-
days.
Yeah.
I remember when Black Friday started at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You know? And then they ramped it back to 12. And then they ramped it back to 6 p.m. Now it's not, it's a fucking week before. You know? Which, don't get me wrong, I'm glad. Like, you know, I don't like the
mean-
whole... It was fun at first getting out there, you know, and like
God,
getting crazy.
the few times I went with him late at night, that I was like, I'm glad I never got into this.
it could be fun, but it could also be frightening.
Yeah.
But luckily with
People
Amazon Prime,
Freaking crazy.
you don't have to deal with any of that. You can sit here in your boxers and, you know,
Cyber shop.
yeah, there you go. And with our link, you can do all that for free.
One of my students
You know?
got super excited today. He window shops with it, on his Chromebook.
At
Like-
school?
Yeah, like he just adds to the cart. There's nothing linked up, no account or anything. He just sits there and adds to the cart.
Oh
And
my
like
God.
I could see what's on their screens. And like he's been like looking at Christmas stuff. And then today he got on Walmart.com and he just shouts out Black Friday deals. So I was like,
jeez.
whoa, calm down.
Well, if you want to add stuff to your cart on Amazon, then be sure
Yeah.
and use the link in the description of this episode for a free 30-day trial. But it's time to get back to the show.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
How the big bad plot has progressed this week. Well, Maggie,
Oh God.
it progressed a lot,
Mm.
all right, because it ended. So this is the episode where Devimon's plans comes to an end as all the Digidestined have reunited. Of course, the past few weeks we've talked about how Devimon was like, "Oh, I'm gonna split them off, and then they'll never be able to destroy me." And then one by one, they're like, "Nah, bro, we got it." And I feel like all that happened over the course of like 12 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they all happen at the same
They're
time.
smart.
but, yeah, Devimon's an idiot. Devimon powers himself up to defeat the children, but is unsuccessful when Patamon digivolves to Angemon and defeats him. Angemon then sacrifices himself, but leaves behind a Digi-Egg. I'd hate to see the chicken that came out of. That's what it's in the movie. That's what
Yeah.
it says in the movie, because it's the big egg
Yeah.
in the sky.
I know.
No,
I
are you sure?
remembered.
Look, we could watch it on Digimon the movies.
The movies.
The movies.
The movies.
I mean, I'm just saying we could watch it.
The movies.
Angemon sacrificed himself. I already said that. The kids are ready to go home, but are then interrupted by a hologram of an old man. Dot.
Dot.
There's an old man. So Devimon's plot is done.
Yeah.
So let's take a second and think about what Devimon's evil plot was.
He was trying to kill him.
Well, I mean the whole thing. So his plan was to take these black gears he found in a mountain and shove them inside a bunch of dudes, and then have them be assholes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then use them to rule over the File Island.
Yeah.
Okay. And at some point, I guess, expand to the rest of the digital world, I guess, was his
Maybe.
plan? Maybe?
And also kill the children.
Well, so, I mean, but, like, his ultimate goal, like, the Digidestined being there was, like, a thing that happened to the planet. It wasn't within the planet itself, right? Like, sure, it was prophesized, but, like, he was, he was working as if it would just be his, like, I'm talking about his goal had it went off without a hitch, right? And it was then interrupted by the Digidestined. So then his plan was like, okay, well, I got to get rid of these kids. And so he split them apart instead of killing them. Like
any good old villain would do.
And I mean, like, look, I know he was about to kill Ty, right?
Yeah.
But, like, that doesn't answer why all the 9 other beds floating around, why they all, like, crash landed other places, you know? And if Devimon knew where they were, as has been implied in the previous episodes, then why not just kill them? Why leave it up to Frigimon?
Well,
You know? Like, why not just off them yourself? You're a demon, for God's sakes. You know?
Hikari has a good point here.
All right, what's up?
Could have killed them before they even learned anything, but nope. Devimon wants to probe Digimon instead.
I mean, listen. Whatever Devimon's kink is, we're not here to shame him, all right? But, like, you're absolutely right. He could have just straight up off the kids as soon as they arrived. I mean, he would have known.
Yeah.
You know? We didn't even see a Black Gear Digimon until, like, the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, they were already there a whole day and a whole night.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just an island. You
Just
know?
an island.
Like, I mean, he knew that they were there. I mean, you know, you can't keep these, a bunch of humans
Yeah.
being there quiet, you know? Like,
Yeah.
surely he knew. Anyway,
Anyways.
so then he decides, he tries it, fails, and then he's like, well, you know what? I'm going to shove Ogremon inside of me. I'm going to get real big, and then I'm going to defeat the Digidestined myself. Fine, he pulls a Thanos. I'll do it myself, right? And then he's like, oh, the little one, they said this one's going to kill me? Nah. Then he grabs him, and then he Digivolves, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I just feel like Devimon was stupid.
He is stupid.
Like, for an evil, like, I love Devimon. Okay, he's our first, like, overarching enemy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like that. But, like, he's really stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he had no forethought. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, especially when we get to people like Myotismon.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, even Podmon, I feel like, had more of a plan than Devimon did, you know? And he's a clown. He's a clown. But I will say, I don't think Devimon's the dumbest one. I think that belongs to the monkey.
Yes.
That sounds like Elvis. Which you're getting ready to start.
Man, I'm pretty.
Hey, mama.
Hey, pretty mama.
Hey, Digidestined, do you want to play with my string? Something like that. I don't know.
Her
Like, you'll see it. It's in a couple
All
episodes.
arms, no brain. Devimon. Hikari says.
Some
his
big ass
arms
arms, man.
are creepy.
Well, he's not the only one that's creepy. But speaking of creepy, let's talk about the creepy continuity. Nailed it. All right. So in the continuity, Leomon tells the Digidestined about the prophecy that predicted their arrival, and it goes a little something like this. Now this is a story all about how I'm just joking. According to ancient legend, our world will be taken over by a strange dark force that will change good Digimons into bad ones. Our ancestors have predicted that a group of children called the Digidestined will appear from another world. When they arrive, they will come to possess superpowers that will eventually save our world from destruction. So that is the legend of the Digidestined. Who are these elders? How do they know? How do they know?
How are they living in the digital world?
Who?
These elders.
Well, not. Huh?
You said elders?
Yeah, like, it's Leomon.
Oh.
Leomon's telling this.
Oh, I thought you meant like humans. I'm sorry.
Huh? Okay. So Leomon says elders foretold that these children would be coming. So I mean, I guess you could say maybe like the Jedi stuff that we learn about later. Maybe that's who he is referencing. But I mean, it sounds like when he says elders, to me, it sounds more like Digimon, not whatever these whatever the hell Jedi is. What, and whether he's old or young, God only knows. He's going back and forth.
Creepy ass old man.
He is a creepy ass old man, except for when he's a hot young man with abs, which he just randomly turns into from time to time. Yeah. It's weird. I still don't understand.
Random creepy old man just pops up as a hologram. I've been watching you.
He's like, I'm gonna rub my bald head and look at you. Oh shit! Is he Yoda? He's Yoda.
Mother trucker.
Motherfuckers. Patamon is the last of the group to digivolve to the champion level. Later on in the show, he will also be the last to digivolve to his ultimate form. Magna Angemon. He's fine. Like, I mean, it's fine. But like, I feel like Angemon does way more.
I bet. Angelwomon does enough for me.
I agree. And I feel like Angelwomon is down to clown with Angemon. She don't need Magna Angemon. Even if he is ribbed for her pleasure. This is the first episode in the series in which no Digimon are analyzed. For the English dub of this episode, actress Felice Sampler stands in for Wendy Lee as TK and will continue to do so until the episode The Crest of Sincerity. Yeah, so there you go. Don't even worry about it.
says the old Jedi was just 01, I guess Digimon, season 1. Younger Jedi was in a flashback and in 02.
I know, but I don't understand why he's in 02. Like, I know we see him in the flashback in 01. And, like, that was cool because it was a flashback. But then in 02, he shows up and he's young again. And, like, it didn't happen when the digital world reset at the end of season 1 because we see him in the movie and he's still old. So I don't understand. Just another piece of Digimon lore that maybe we'll understand one day. I'm sure it probably has something to do with homeostasis and all that bunch of shit. Okay, I'm sure.
Mitosis.
Ryder. What's his name? Okay, Maggie. Listen, there's this kid from the Wonder Swan game. Okay, don't worry about it. And he is in Digimon 02 for like a second. He doesn't even talk. And then he's in Digimon 03. Or no, not 03, but Digimon Tamers, the 3rd season. That's disconnected, right? But he's also in that. It's very confusing. And I cannot think of his name at all. But I digress.
Matt says, and this is the last thing, Wendy Lee is a well-known Power Rangers voice actress as the Space/Galaxy Alpha 6 voice. Rio, Hikari says.
That's what it was. Rio! Thank you, Hikari. Thank you, Rio. I knew it was some.
His name is
I think I call him Router, like from Paw Patrol. All right.
Paw Patrol.
Let's now take things down a notch and remember all those that we lost this week on Digimon.
We're all gonna die.
All right. So, this episode had the death of Devamon and the death of Angemon. Asterisk. So, okay, Maggie. Let me get your opinion on this. Did Angemon die?
No.
Or did he just...
He's reincarnated into an egg.
Okay, but if he's reincarnated, then he died.
He's resurrected.
Are you saying Padawan's Jesus? I mean, I like it. He is a Pegasus at some point. But like, okay, I always took it like, okay, you know when a Digimon digivolves into champion level, right? Mm-hmm. And they do it for so long and then they're tired and they lose the, they wear out, so they go back to being a rookie, right? Well, when they first start digivolving into Ultimate, they start going all the way back to in training, like they bypass rookie because they're using up so much energy, right? So I just assumed that Angemon used so much energy that he just digivolved all the way back to egg form. That's what I took it as. Like, I just took it like it's the same Patamon.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
No.
Apparently he died, and then
Oh crap.
his essence is reborn as this new Digi-Egg. And so this is a different Patamon,
Different file.
but has the same personality. It's kind of like Groot, okay? Like, you know how we had Groot in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he died, but like a piece of him, you know, grew off, and then that was like baby Groot, you know, and then chiseled Groot, right? But it's not the same Groot, but they're basically the same. I think that's what's going on with Patamon. That like he died because like later on, like TK fucking acts like this was like the most devastating thing that ever happened in his life. Okay, he's more upset about this where Patamon digivolved for 5 seconds and then went into an egg. Like, he's more upset about that than his parents being divorced. Okay, like he doesn't give a shit about that. He's like, Patamon died, but
he's got priorities.
Did he? Did he die? I don't know. It's complicated. We'll have to ask homeostasis when we get there, Maggie. Yeah. I just like to say homeostasis.
I can tell.
It's just such a
I said
weird fucking word.
mitosis, osmosis. Hikari says, I think Angemon left because of TK saying, I want to take him home with me.
He's like, I gotta go.
Matt Sears says, I say yes regarding Angemon passing away, but if they lose their lives, then they can generally be reborn if they are still digital.
Sometimes they just come back singing a different tune. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. And another movie reference. Mm-hmm. I think we need to do a movie watch-along.
Yes.
Right? I really want to watch this Blu-ray. It's me. I was tapping this. I was getting excited.
Oh, God. I was
just
like,
thinking about the movie. Yeah. No, I love that movie. God, it's so good. All right. Now it's time to talk about all the people we met as we welcome the Digimon and other characters to the party.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right. So this week we met. Well, we'll do him first. It's actually supposed to be him first. This week we met Angemon. So Angemon is a champion level angel Digimon whose attribute is vaccine. Special move is Hand of Fate, where he strikes the opponent with its fist, shining gold. It may also fire a beam of energy from its fist. Hi! The description of Angemon is as follows. Angemon has 6 shining wings, and its body is clad in cloth so pure white as to be divine. It is a being of perfected virtue, and although it is called a Digimon that brings happiness, when confronting evil, it does not stop attacking with extreme composure until the opponent is completely annihilated.
Dang.
Gate of Destiny. Anyway. And then the narration for Angemon was provided by Matt. He says, that little guy really had it in him. That's more of a tie, but you get the idea. Angemon, you're so big.
Angemon. Why are your ears so big?
Let's move on. All right, next we got this old fuck. Jenna makes a very short cameo appearance in this episode. So Jenna is a fictional character from the anime Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 02 who serves as a guide to the Digidestined. He is a member of the Agents. In Jenna's first appearance, he is shown to be an old man with a large gray mustache and a nearly bald head, aside from a small ponytail. His eyes are always shut. Though there is one part where Ty's like, we'll just try all the cards. And Jenna's eyes open and he like fucking wrings his neck. It's fucking crazy. Like, I loved it. As a kid, I thought it was fucking hysterical. Now, let's get into Who's That Digimon?
Who's that Digimon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
All right. This week's Digimon is Devimon.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's so big he takes up the entire screen. He's too big for a square, Maggie. It's like trying to fit a round peg in your butthole. He's a champion level Digimon. Fallen angel. Everything okay?
Where in the heck did that come from?
Well, because I've been talking about how he's been getting fisted all night.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say like putting a round peg in a square hole, and then I was like, well, instead of because I was said he was in a square, he's too big for the square, and then I was gonna say hole, so I said butthole. Your butthole.
Big old butthole.
His attribute is virus, and his special move is the touch of evil, where he extends both of its extensible elongated arms even further. And enforces its will on the opponent's body.
Oh,
that's
God.
gross.
That's assault.
Yeah, that's assault, brother. The description is as follows. Devimon's body is clad in jet black cloth. Although it was originally a shining Angemon species Digimon, it was lured to the dark side by Devimon and fell to the dark area, becoming a fallen angel. As proof of that, the mark of evil surfaced dramatically on its chest. I always thought Devimon. So here's where my head was at. Okay, we talk about all this rebirth stuff with Patamon. I always assumed here in after the Edamon stuff, we meet a Devimon. I always assumed that was Devimon, that he did what Angemon did and was just reborn.
Yeah,
but he became Devimon. That's what I assumed.
Yeah,
but there's not really any proof of that.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and ask homeostasis.
Osmosis.
All right.
Osmosis Jones.
Time to add Devimon to the ranking. The final ranking of the Devimon saga. So
wow.
I have decided just today that
today
we are going to stop the ranking at each saga.
That's fine.
That way we don't end up with
because
55.
Yes, I was supposed to say with Sailor Moon, there's gonna be like 100.
Yeah. So I mean, like it would just be way too much. So with each saga, we'll stop.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still going to be a lot, especially when we get through Myotismon. Like by the time we end that, it's like 20 episodes or something. So I forget exactly how many it is, but so the current ranking is as follows. Sorry, I dropped my remote here. At number 11, did I not update the... Yeah, okay, I didn't update it. So, at number 12, Shellmon. Number 10, Unimon. Number 9, Monzimon. Number 10, Monzimon. Number 9, Bakamon. Number 8, Seadramon. Number 7, Kawagamon. Number 6, Miramon. Number 5, Centaurimon. Number 4, Frigimon. Number 3, Elekmon. Number 2, Leomon. And number 1, Endromon. Maggie, where would you like to put Devimon? The devil, the literal Satan of the digital world.
After Elekmon.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Below Elekmon?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you think number one?
I think he's above Elekmon. Now, when we get into the conversation of is he higher than Leomon?
Hell no.
Or Andromon? Like that's complicated.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about just this arc, like this arc alone, then I mean it's Devimon was definitely a big opponent. But I would say overall, I probably would not put him above Andromon or Leomon.
No.
But I would go above Elekmon. But hey,
that hurts my heart.
This is the conversation we can have.
But I'm torn.
Below Elekmon.
No.
I'm doing it. If you're not going to give me a reason...
I don't know.
All right. Your new ranking. Number 1, Andromon. Number 2, Leomon. Number 3, Elecmon. Number 4, Devimon. Number 5, Centaurimon. Number 6, Miramon. Number 7, Quagamon. Number 8, Seadramon. Number 9, Bakamon. Number 10, Monzimon. Number 11, Unimon. Number 12, Shellmon. I think I missed some numbers somewhere.
Yeah. Well, there's like 2 number 3s listed also
Yeah.
up there, so it doesn't help.
So there you go. That is your final ranking for the Digimon of the Devimon arc. Let us know in the chat and in the comments if you agree, or would you change up anything? Let us know.
Yeah. Hikari says Demi Devimon convinced it to turn. Yikes. About Angemon like species.
Hey, buddy, don't you want to come over here and let Angemon fist you?
And
I'll get a better
Matt
Demi
CR.
Devimon. I haven't heard his voice in a while.
Matt CR, it's been a minute for me too. Matt CR says, wow, Edamon arc is damn short.
Yeah, it is. It's like 7 episodes, I think.
Yeah, I remember watching it with you. I'm like, why is this already over with?
Thank God, though.
Yeah, I know.
Because they knew. They knew it was garbage. I think it's either 6 or 7. It's hard because like they find all the crests,
Yeah.
but then there's one episode where they find 2 crests, but then the last episode is a 2-parter,
Yeah.
and then like, do you count the like epilogue where Ta is in Japan? Like, do you count that as the Edamon arc, or does that start the Myotismon arc? You know what I mean? It's complicated. Which also, I was talking about this on Monday when you weren't in here. You were taking care of the kids. I think we need to add, since we've already started this, because obviously the optimal place to watch Digimon Adventure would have been before starting the show. That would have been the most optimal place to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think since we need to add it in here, we should do it after the
Edamon?
Yes, like between Edamon and Tai Goes to Japan, like right between those 2 episodes, we watch that, and then we pick back up with Tai in Japan.
Sounds good.
I feel like that'll give us a little bit of like Kari stuff,
Yeah.
because then we see Kari a lot, So I think that would be probably the best place to add it, unless we just watch it right now, like literally right now, like we just stop the stream and just watch it.
Yeah.
I'm joking. We ain't gonna do that. But we are gonna talk about puberty.
Yeah. Big change.
Bingo. Though Angemon doesn't announce the move, he uses Hand of Fate for the first time. Hand of Fate. Hey, don't worry, I'll get him. That's not what he said. Just so you know, a little bit of differences between the sub and the dub about like what Angemon says and doesn't say, and yeah,
he doesn't say anything at all.
He does.
Like
he
TK
actually says,
and Matt's
"I'm gonna."
parents never talked.
He looks at. Damn it, Maggie. All right, let's get into the Saban Dub.
Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
I love donuts.
Once again, thank you to Matt ZR for helping us curate the info for this episode. When Ogremon emerges from Devimon's body in order to surprise Leomon, a short clip is cut out of the English dub showing Ogremon hitting Leomon and knocking him to the ground. Hey, bet you didn't think you'd see me here. Peekaboo. Hey, it's me, Mr. Satan. I'm a big old ogre. See, Ogremons are like onions.
Get out of here.
The English dub tones down the implications that Angemon intends to sacrifice himself as he prepares to attack, and replaces Angemon's apology to TK with an assurance that he will defeat Devimon. Angemon does not actually admit to the sacrifice until he has already completed the attack. So in the dub, TK's like, Angemon, he's like, don't worry, I'll get him. Right?
Yeah.
That's not what he said. He's like, hey, I'm gonna unalive myself. And TK's like, what? Yeah. And then in this, it's like he's already dying in the dub. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm dying. I'm fucking dying.
Peace out, fam.
I'm dying, Howard. Fuck you, Howard. I'm dying. That's a reference, just so everybody's clear. That's a reference to a Robot Chicken sketch from like season 1.
Dang, man.
It was like behind the music of Dr. Teeth and the
Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, and like the girl Muppet that plays the guitar, she is diagnosed with like it's not funny. Like it's funny because it's Muppets, but it's what's that called? Like hepatitis.
Yeah.
And she goes on Howard Stern, and Howard Stern is like making fun of it. And she goes, "Fuck you, Howard! I'm dying." It's just so funny the way she said it.
Screw you, Howard. Oh yeah.
I'm dying.
I'm dying. I can't think. If I hear her voice, I can probably do it.
Oh my god! Everybody, go look up Robot Chicken when this ends. All right. When the Digidestined and Leomon are walking up Infinity Mountain, in the Japanese version, the music Adiago movement from Joaquin Rodrigo's Concerto de Aranjuez. Can be heard playing.
Twister.
The same music is later played when Angemon digivolves into Magna Angemon. Angemon announces the episode title in the Japanese episode. Leomon just repeats, "Kill the chosen children." So he says it twice, so technically repeats it once before grabbing his sword. Discotheque sub rewrites "kill" as defeat, so who knows which one Toy means, but personally, Matt ZR thinks they mean kill. Kill the chosen children.
Kill the children.
When he's like, "I'm gonna fucking off you, kid." Like he's saying kill him. It's hardcore, man.
It is.
In the dub, Devimon tells Leomon to bring the smallest Digidestined to him, but originally he says to kill the chosen children, but to start with the smallest ones. Yeah, there's a slight difference there.
Yeah.
The story Leomon tells in Japan is a bit different. It goes, "Once upon a time, a rumor had begun to spread. It said that our world would be consumed with evil, and chosen children from another world will arrive to save it. Foul Island now is indeed being overrun by the powers of darkness." Leomon points out that that's when they've appeared. I just had a realization. All right, everybody, get ready to not want to watch Digimon anymore. Okay.
Oh no.
'Cause this shit is the dumbest fucking shit. Okay. The kids are there to save a file. You see? I told you. Wow, 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 wow.
Actually,
Leomon says they must destroy.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to clear my throat. That wasn't intentional.
Leomon says. All right.
Leomon
just back
says
up. Just back up from the mic if you're gonna cough, okay? Jesus. Leomon says that they must destroy Devimon, who is the source of that evil power. Mimi talks about shopping in the dub, but originally she just says she'll work hard. She's scared, but she wants to go home. So they make Mimi way more ditzy in the dub than she is.
I just want to go home and shop.
Did you ever think that you put a lot of respect on people's appearances?
Yes, I do.
Devimon says a similar thing about as long as he gets rid of TK, then he has nothing to fear, but the dub adds that it was claimed that the smallest would destroy him, but in Japan that whole claim about his death is never said. So, there's that. Devimon is mad about Patamon digivolving and says, "Damn you, I was so close." Yeah, they cuss, man.
Oh, yeah.
They say hell and shit.
Oh, yeah. I remember whenever I watched Dragon Ball Z and they said,
motherfucker.
Damn and hell. And I was like,
when Vegeta's like, "I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, Bulma." That was a weird one. I wasn't expecting that. It's like, "Bulma, let me get into your dead zone. I'll give you my trip, mate." Kamehameha!
boo! Boo! You big fat phony, boo!
Angemon says he'll obliterate his powers of evil. Then he says, "Come to me, O holy powers." That's when the Digivices activate their light.
To me.
He calls upon homeostasis to empower him.
Homeostasis.
Devimon tells Angemon to stop because if he does that, he won't get off that easily. Either Angemon says there's no other way, adding even if this ends up destroying his body.
Stop it.
What? Angemon adds that Devimon must be erased from the world. Once Angemon sends Ogremon retreating back, Devimon says, "Oh no!" Angemon then apologizes to TK. Angemon uses Heaven's Knuckle. That's the attack is what we know as Hand of Fate. Heaven's Knuckle! Sandwich! Meh. Gotcha. It's a terrible name. Devimon's final message was pretty similar. Something notable he originally says is that the powers of darkness aren't just spreading in File Island alone. He mentions across the sea. He also adds that there are more Digimon who have far greater powers of evil than he does. So, okay, in the dub, when we're watching it, I think Ty or Matt or Izzy maybe, I don't know, but somebody says, "Yeah, what's up with those evil Digimon across the sea?" And like, that's never mentioned. Like, nobody said anything about that in the dub.
Yeah.
But like, now we see, oh, okay, Devimon said it. Like, it's specifically about being across the sea.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the kids didn't know that. You know, he talks about, you know, that there's more powerful Digimon, but he doesn't say, like, across the sea. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, anyway.
Gotcha.
In the dub, someone tells TK he'll see Angemon again when he digivolves, but originally they said as long as he evolves properly, then he'll meet him again. This implies that their evolution paths are not technically set, but that they can still evolve differently based on conditions, instead of the set known path line that the dub implies. So, I think, and this is from Matt ZR, from Matt ZR, wrote that in there. I think the dub may have tried to simplify it a little bit to help make it one more appealing to kids, obviously, but to also make it kind of like Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
And like if they implied that there was only so many like direct Digivolutions, because that's the part that confused me the first time I watched it, was how something could become one thing, but then another one could become something else. Like when I picked up the card game and saw that, you know, Gabumon could digivolve into like 4 different things.
Yeah.
I was very confused. And then when I played Digimon World 2, I had a Patamon. Did I have a Patamon? I think I had an Agumon. And it digivolved into a Numamon. And I was so angry. I was like, what the fuck? Where's Greymon at? Why the fuck do I have this green poop? What the fuck is this shit? And then I took it back to Video Magic.
Good job.
And I was like, fuck this. I ain't playing this
Good
shit
job.
no more.
You tell
It was
him.
fun though. I wouldn't mind playing it now.
You wouldn't mind cussing out the person that took back your rental?
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Seriously. He wouldn't even let me trade it in, you know, and get a different rental. Had it for 5 days.
Yeah.
And like it was like 4 hours in, and I was like, this fucking sucks. Which that is Digimon World, the first one.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of. Digimon World 2 I actually did enjoy. Because it was like a dungeon crawler kind of. It was almost, it's kind of like a what are those things called? Roguelite. Kind of. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. All right, now let's get into That's Just Prime.
Well, that's just prime.
All right, first up we got Togemon. You want me to do Togemon?
Yeah.
I can't move. Even my needles feel numb. That's what she sounds like. Next we got TK after seeing Angemon.
I want to take him home with me.
TK. Oh, whoops. Oh no, I'm dying.
I'm an egg.
Next we got Devimon. I think it's just Devimon, yeah. You used up all your power. That wasn't very smart, Angemon. Now you're of no use to anyone. You can't get away from the dark forces. Evil is everywhere. So don't savor your victory. There are other Digimon who are just as powerful as I am. Some are even stronger. I wonder what you'll do when you run into them. You haven't won at all. What a waste of time. What an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm glad Angemon fisted him to death.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Next we got Angemon talking to TK. TK, I'll come back again if you want me to. That's it. That's it. That's what
Good
he
job.
said.
Good job.
And then we got I don't have it in there, but Jenna, and he's like, "Hey, you must be those fucking kids I heard about.
You're those kids wandering around the island.
Have you seen my nudie max anywhere?" I'm surprised he's not a horn dog. That just seems to be the path
He's
for
Master
all.
Roshi.
Yeah, he's Mr. Roshi.
Master
I
Roshi.
swear to God, I thought you said Mister.
Master.
All right, Digimon References, part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
All right, this is where Digimon makes references to places and things outside of the show. So, 2 sounds from Star Wars are heard in the English dub. A TIE fighter as Kabuterimon is swatted at by Devimon during the fight, and a lightsaber igniting as Angemon's staff goes down into his hands for the Hands of Fate attack. He used 2 Star Wars sound effects. Yeah, it's funny. Fox partnered with George Lucas for Star Wars, right? Fox Kids, of course, makes Digimon. But then you would think, oh, well, now Disney owns Star Wars, so like, does that affect anything? Well, not really, because they bought Fox Kids Entertainment back in Fox Box era.
Yeah.
And so they owned Digimon for a long time, at least the American version. I have no idea about the rights. I'm sure it's super complicated.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be just the biggest headache. It's got to be like trying to figure out who the fuck homeostasis is. All right. Next time on Digimon Digital Monsters.
Gadget. Next time.
Season 1, Episode 14, Departure for a New Continent. The first episode of the Edamon Saga, baby.
Man, I'm pretty.
This episode has one of my favorite things. They have water because they sail across the ocean, and I swear to God, it's the same effect that VeggieTales used in the second episode of VeggieTales. Okay, because it looks awful. All right, but then when we get to like the final episode of the season, like the water's all shimmering and stuff, and like it looks great.
Yeah.
And like I always like how that juxtaposition of how shitty it looked in this episode versus by the end of it, I guess, because it was a success at that point, they got, maybe a little bit more of a budget.
Yeah.
But like it looks awful. It looks like somebody took MS Paint from Windows 3.1 and made a couple of waves. And like not even good ones. They're just like circles.
Oh.
Like it's not even like there's no you'll see. You'll see next week, everybody. But that is going to wrap it up for us this week for Digimon, My Adventures with Digimon, our weekly rewatch podcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Digimon week by week, episode by episode. Remember, you can also get this as a podcast if you want to get us in your ears. You can subscribe to us on your favorite podcast network. If you are listening on podcast, we would greatly appreciate it if you would give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. We'd be happy to read it on the show live and share the love with everyone. Also, if you'd like to support the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or become a member right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. You'll get your name in every episode that we make, just like these fine folks did. You'll also get access to the Google Drive and many other fun things. But if you have no bucks to toss our way, it's totally fine. You can also support us by using our Amazon affiliate link in the description of this episode. Not only can you get a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime, but anything you purchase will then be selected as an affiliate for us. And so Amazon's like, hey, here's your couple of bucks, fuckers. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time for the Edamon Saga. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.